My name's Eileen Fair, and I'm one of the talent acquisition specialists in our team here at DH, and the other two PPs here, Brandy and Karen. And we're going to go through today we have a slideshow just to kind of, one, to keep me on track, because I'm not very good at staying on track, and two, to make sure I don't miss any important details. And then obviously at the end, as Sarah said, that we will have some question and answer time for you later. So bear with me 1 second while I share my screen, and I will then start. So I've already kind of introduced us, myself, Karen and Brandy, and I got selected to be the talker today. So I think it's so they can see how well I do. So why are we here? We're here to tell you about pretty much any kind of positions that we have at DH. We are not provider recruitment, so pretty much the three of us recruit for any other kind of job as long as it's not a provider. So if you're not a doctor or an associate provider, we can help you. And we have many years of experience between the three of us, so I think we've got things covered. A little bit about Dartmouth-Hitchcock is that we are, for those of you that aren't local or don't know about us, we are New Hampshire's only academic medical centre in New Hampshire, and we're the only level 1 trauma centre, and also the only air ambulance. We serve approximately 1.9 million customers over the New England area, and we have roughly 1,500 doctors and specialists, and we've been named number one in New Hampshire for New Hampshire hospitals in 2018. We also are recognized for our performance in our clinic, in our specialty clinics, and we provide care for the top 5% of the sickest and most complex cases within the nation. So what you'll see now is all the places that you potentially could work throughout the Dartmouth-Hitchcock system. And there are many, as I was saying. The main hospital is in Lebanon, New Hampshire, and we do have a lot of facilities down in the southern region of the state. And I don't believe I've said this already, but we are the largest private employer in the state of New Hampshire. We employ approximately 9,000 people, both part-time, full-time, remote, on-site, etc. We have more than 1,800 direct care nurses and over 1,200 allied health professionals that are not nurses. We have a large volunteer population. We have over 500 volunteers that very kindly give us their time, and they provide roughly 60,000 hours of service in a year. And I lost my train of thought there. New Hampshire is named in Dartmouth-Hitchcock was named in New Hampshire Magazine Hall of Fame as one of the best companies to work for. Our vision is to advance health through research, education, and clinical practice in community partnership, and providing the best care in the right place at the right time every time. Our vision is to achieve the healthiest population possible, and leading transformation healthcare in the region and setting a standard for our nation, which I think that's a pretty good vision. Some of our values at Dartmouth-Hitchcock are respect, integrity, stewardship, community, commitment, transparency, trust, and teamwork. I would say they are all nothing is any higher or lower than the other. Everything is just as important. Some of our benefits here at Dartmouth-Hitchcock, and I do believe we have there is a link that the team will put out for, I think it's Rick, that will put out that if you want to view our benefits, but we do have a pretty comprehensive benefits package. We get paid time off, vacations, holidays. We do get reimbursement, $3,000 reimbursement each year. I can certainly speak from my own personal perspective that there is definitely career growth and development at DH, and that is one thing that we do strive to do for everybody. And if you have aspirations, we try to get you there, and we certainly have lots of opportunities. One of the reasons that we're here today. So working at DH, there's another link there that if Rick could share, that's our careers website. And I'm going to hand you over to Karen here for a couple of minutes, and Karen is going to talk about our nursing opportunities.
Thank you, Eileen. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Yes, let's talk about 2021 being the year of the nurse. And we have our nursing recruitment team available to talk with each and every one of you. Myself, there's Bo Benson, Brenda Howard, Patrick Armand, Sarah Hastings, Daniel Langlois, and Brandy Deutsch. And we work closely with our nurses, our LNAs, our unit support assistants, LPNs, and leadership positions. And next, let's talk about the many career pathways that await you at Dartmouth-Hitchcock. So Dartmouth-Hitchcock supports the professional growth of its staff through education and training, whether clinically focused, such as LNAs, LPNs, RNs, and educators, or obtaining specialty certifications or leadership development. We also have a year-long nurse residency program for both the inpatient and perioperative settings. And love to talk to you further about the qualifications for the residency program, but also what you would be able to obtain educationally from the program. Also in our southern area of nursing, we do have a requirement for the region to require a minimum of a year of experience. Some of our clinical specialty areas include the outpatient ambulatory clinics, for the inpatient medical specialties and the surgical units. Also, our critical care units comprise of the medical ICU, the surgical trauma neurocritical care unit, the pediatrics intensive care unit. We also have the emergency services and perioperative services as well. And definitely we would love to talk to you further about nursing. If you have nursing questions, we'd love to talk to you further about that and for questions that you may have at the end. And with that, I will turn that over to Brandy, who will talk to you about the clinical job opportunities, medical assistants.
Hey guys, so there are various amounts of medical assistant positions open right now. In front of you, you'll see just a few of the departments that currently have openings. So internal medicine, primary care, pediatrics, neurology, we have dermatology as well as our Mohs surgery, cardiology, nephrology, hypertension, hemonc, general surgery, OBGYN, and there are others. Most of the openings right now will focus more or less in our outpatient clinics down in Manchester, Nashua, Concord, and Bedford. There are some available up in our Lebanon locations as well. So if we go to our next slide, here are some of the responsibilities that our medical assistants have with us. So you will be rounding on the patients. You will be obtaining records, vital signs, so their temp, their pulse, height, weight. You're going to review their medication list, their blood pressure, and their reason for the visit. So you're going to be triaging them as well. You're going to register and document in their electronic medical records. You'll conduct their hearing, vision, breathing, and any EKGs that are needed. You will assist the providers in procedures depending on what department you're in. You will perform the EKGs, injections, bladder scans, diabetic food exams. We're looking for someone to provide professional patient experience. You'll process any medication refill requests that this person might have. You'll assist the provider with patient forms and any other administrative work, such as prior authorizations. Now, for Dartmouth, here are some of the requirements that we have for medical assistants. We have 2 levels of MAs in our company. The first one's a medical assistant 1. And a medical assistant 1 for Dartmouth means that you are not currently certified with the double AMA or registered with the AMT. Medical assistant 2, that means that you are certified with the double AMA or registered with the AMT. Now, the difference between an MA1 and an MA2 is medical assistant 1s cannot give injections until they are certified or registered with the before mentioned designations. If you have not graduated from an accredited medical assistant program, you will not be eligible to sit for the double AMA, which is fine. You will still have an option to sit for an AMT. You need to be able to be certified or registered in one of the 2 to work for us. And if you're not current with that, you have within 6 months of employment to do so. There are other designations besides the double AMA or the AMT. I could probably go on for about 5 hours about them. These are just the only 2 that we will recognize and accept. I know you're going to look down under the requirements and it'll show that they mention a CCMA designation. You have to, if you have your CCMA designation, you actually would have to also attend the 12-month apprenticeship program that Dartmouth-Hitchcock puts on for us to accept the CCMA designation. We could not take you if you didn't go through the apprentice program. I am available offline to answer more questions regarding our requirements for MAs.
So I'm going to talk about some of our non-medical positions that we have available, and predominantly admin positions. Some of these positions, but most of them are still currently on site, but we do also still have, we have some positions now that are going remote as well, so working from home, and they are becoming, well, COVID has definitely pushed us into that era, so we're constantly reviewing what positions have the flexibility to be at home and that also require us to be on site. So one of those positions that is actually an on-site position is a registration representative. So the registration representative, here's some of the tasks that they'll perform, but also essentially the registration representative is that it's one of those people that meets you, that you, when you go to a clinic and you register to say, I'm here for my appointment, that's going to be that person they'll be the person that greets you. Well, one of the variety of people that would greet you, but predominantly, I know up in Lebanon, that is the person that greets you when you check into the clinic to say you're here for your appointment. So there will be, obviously a lot of customer service involved in pretty much most of the administrative positions that we have. A lot of customer service, whether it's either with the external people or your internal customers. So some cash handling is also included. A lot of people think that you have to have a medical background in order to be a registration representative. You don't. You need to be able to have a smile, be confident, and be able to have computer knowledge, that you can computer literacy, so you can be trained on the different systems. One of the next positions, one of the next administrative positions is a clinical secretary. A lot of the southern region clinics use clinical secretaries, kind of for that same role, scheduling appointments, triaging incoming calls, referrals, etc. Pretty much that first point of contact for most people. We also, again, have a lot of clinical secretaries up in up in Lebanon at the hospital also. And if you're wondering where that path, where the admin path can take you, here are some of the, so the registration representative and clinical secretary position they're both entry-level positions, but the growth potential for those positions, or some of these positions above, so there's a career ladder of, it's a great starting point. It's a great place to get to know the organization. And it's a great place to get to know where in the organization you would like to go. And as you can see, kind of there's lots of opportunities to grow at Hitchcock. Just a couple of other things, because I know we're kind of going to start running short on time here, is if you find that those kind of positions are not what you're looking for, we do have other kind of positions. On the left-hand side of your screen here, you'll see some other patient-facing kind of more sitting at a desk kind of work. The communications techs, essentially they're the hospital operators that, they're that first point when you call in and you don't know where you need to actually be calling, and they're the people who try to figure it out for you. Security officers, other admin roles. And then we have the patient access specialist position. Essentially, that's a call center. That is a remote position. That's one of those positions that have been designated remote. And they are the people who will book calls, deal with your referrals, lots of different things they do. If you're not a person that is a sitting down kind of person and you like to keep moving, we have lots of, we do have lots of those positions. We have supply chain management techs. They're the people who, refill all the shelves, make sure that there's linens, on the wards, make sure that all of the supplies that the clinical staff use. There's also peri-op central sterile reprocessing techs, and they are the people who make sure that everything is sanitized, for the surgeries, etc. The same with the peri-op support techs. They make sure the operating rooms are all clean, lab assistants, maintenance, facilities, patient transporters. So there's lots of positions for all walks of life. If none of those kind of seem like a match, we do have a workforce readiness institute, and they do training programs, and these are some of the programs that they actually they do, as well as LNA programs. They do MA programs. So I would certainly, even if you're looking for a changing career, go to our website and you'll find look for the Workforce Readiness Institute, and you will find all information about that. Other positions that you probably don't think of at a hospital: finance, technology, information technology, communications, marketing. So all sorts of positions that all require these kind of components for a person to work at DH. And real quickly, how to apply. Rick has the website, or you can jot it down there. Apply to the website, create a profile, search for your position, attach your resume. Cover letter's always great, and that's it. What will happen next is one of the three of us, or one of the other numerous recruiters that we have at DH, we all personally review applications, so it's not artificial intelligence. And then if we deem that your application is suitable for the position, we will send you over to the hiring manager, and they will decide if they want to interview you, and then they will contact you for an interview. If you have any questions about what we've said or what we haven't said, please reach out to one of us. We are always around to help and happy to answer any question.
Thank you to Dartmouth-Hitchcock again for joining us and sponsoring this event. Thank you all.
Thank you.